In an effort to inform voters, the St. Tammany Chamber of Commerce is pleased to present this series of Meet the Candidates videos. In this video, we present candidate for Mandeville City Council District 2, Dr. Skelly Kreller. Kevin Vogeltanz declined to participate.
Thanks to the Chamber for hosting this innovative way to reach the voters. I am Dr. Skelly Kreller, a retired oral and maxillofacial surgeon and the incumbent Mandeville City Councilman in District 2. In my first term, I have demanded budget transparency, voted against high-density development that would overwhelm our infrastructure, and worked to produce meaningful improvements for the people of Mandeville. I could list numerous projects I've spearheaded, but the details would bore most of you. Suffice it to say that when constituents call for help, they get help and answers immediately. I have always been accessible and available to the people of District 2. And contrary to what my opponents are saying, I have never refused to meet with constituents about issues of concern. In fact, my sole opponent in this race says he is running against me because of my support for the proposed Suzette Harbor project. That's interesting, since I voted against allowing that development to proceed. I'm a lifelong Republican, long before it was popular. I believe in smaller government, lower taxes, and that we should provide essential services without fail. That's what I've worked on for when I have been on the council, and that is how I am going to work for the next 4 years if the voters in District 2 re-elect me. Thank you.
A recent CPA analysis forecasted the Mandeville General Fund will be decreasing due to operating budget deficits. How will you propose to manage the next 4 years of operating and capital expenditures?
We have some capital projects that must be undertaken, but we cannot pursue anything at the expense of essential services like public safety, flood protection, and improvements to traffic flow. We must rein in our spending. There are uncontrollable costs, such as fuel, building materials, insurance, and state pension requirements, but that doesn't give us a blank check to keep spending at will. We must have a balanced budget without raising taxes.
Would you support increasing the property tax rate to stabilize the general fund budget, or cutting the budget and living within your means?
I will absolutely oppose any increase in property taxes. The city needs to curtail its spending, which I have advocated during my time on the city council.
Do you support the formal reinstatement of the Mandeville Financial Oversight Committee? If not, why not?
Yes, yes, and yes. The MFOC was vital to ensuring transparency, which we currently lack through no fault of the city council. The mayor was instrumental in creating the MFOC when he was on the council, but now he opposes it.
Will you pledge to make the necessary flood control improvements to the land purchased by the city before recommending any additional vacant land purchases? If not, why not?
Absolutely, yes. The administration spent far too much public money taking land out of commerce that has questionable positive impact on flood protection.
Regarding the rights and uses of personal property, how will you prioritize following the U.S. Constitution, the Mandeville Clero, and constituent consensus?
I have always deliberated carefully about all matters, particularly property rights, and I always will. The Constitution is obviously the most important of these documents, then the Clero. I have learned from experience that there is no such thing as constituent consensus, but I always listen to all sides. As one longtime zoning commissioner used to say, we don't have an applause meter back here. We decide things based on the law, not politics, and that's how it should be.
Currently, there's an $8.5 million capital outlay budget for a new city hall and police station. Given the forecast of a budget deficit, would you agree to move forward with these projects?
No, absolutely no.
It has been said that the city of Mandeville has a current spending level that is dangerous. Would you agree or disagree?
Totally agree.
If and when you consider constituent consensus, will it be based on a full polling or the most vocal?
Neither. Thank you again for this opportunity. As a conservative farmer business owner, I am committed to maintaining a business-friendly climate in Mandeville. If reelected, I will continue to oppose tax increases, demand transparency, and be accessible to the people I serve. I am proud of my record in my first 4 years and hope the people of District 2 will entrust me with a second term and another 4 years. Thank you.
Thank you for watching, and we remind you that early voting begins March 9th and the primary election is on March 23rd.